Yeah, that's my friggin' ceiling wall, and it's definitely busted. There's no question about it. Actually, before we start this video, I tried taping it, but it just falls. We're actually gonna fix it, but the guy who, yeah, he's not coming to fix it anymore. So this video is gonna be about the flaws. Maybe I'll stand up. Maybe I'll just lean back. The flaws you have and why people look for flaws, because there's a fundamental understanding that you need to understand or just understand. And basically, we're gonna get right to the root, and then I'm gonna break it down. The thing is, I'm shooting this video in HD, not in 4K, because yeah. We'll see how it turns out. I know it's gonna upload faster, but anywho, celebrities such as Justin Bieber, maybe even Jesus, maybe even God himself, or different gods, or different deities, different entities. Again, celebrities, news anchors, maybe people you look up to that you've never met, role models, you know, people in video games, people in movies, actors, real life, or just on the screen, made up characters, people. Like I said, again, movies, cartoons, something from your childhood, maybe a family member, maybe even a friend. And just life in general, the media especially, they, you know, we see all the perfection, especially when stuff is blown out of proportion, because there is a separation between, there's a lot of separation between being famous and being normal, or whatever you want to call it, not being famous. Though that's not the only one, but we need to, it's just when people see these things, you always look at someone as the perfect, because that's the way, for the most part, most of us, especially in the Western society, which is Europe, Europeans, this is the West, like the United States, maybe even a little, I would even just say United States and Europe for the most part. These things are taught, I mean, it can be globally too. We're taught to look perfect all the time, but there's no such thing as perfect. Girls are always trying to put makeup on. Guys are always trying to look their best. They're always trying to act the best, or basically acclimate to being an asshole and making fun of people. Because a lot of guys, you know, it's kind of like bullying. It's not just teenagers and kids and toddlers. Bullying goes so far, especially on the internet, because people leave comments that would never say anything in real life. There's different opportunities and chances for people to say things. When we look at flaws, everybody's gonna have flaws, and since like the media and everyone thinks you have to look perfect, even I'm talking about like a self-presentation, you expect people to look perfect. So if you see something that's not perfect on somebody, you point it out, and it's going to stand out, because we're always looking for perfection. And people are always, somebody maybe putting on a show, whether it's on Broadway, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Saturday Night Live, you know, or just something that's a live performance that you're watching. Your mind's kind of set the way society brings it upon us, because it is a societal thing that's bringing it upon us to look for the flaws in people. It's kind of habitual, and I don't want to say it's natural, but it's kind of natural in the sense it's like how it happened. And you know, I just want to say, people are always going to have flaws. You know, no one's going to, even if they look picture perfect, even your role model, people make bad choices. Even me, which I'm going to make a separate video about this. You know, I say everything I say and everything I believe and whatever goes on, it's not set in stone. I'm the type of person I am. I'm always adapted. If something doesn't work for me, I'm moving on. You know what I mean? I'm moving. I understand there's going to be times, like, and I grew up, and the biggest one on me is music. I might maybe not like a song. You don't understand. I put so much time into a song. I put so much time into a beat. And I don't like hearing myself or something. Or I've heard it so many times, I don't want to hear it anymore. And that's fine. But I didn't have necessarily confidence in myself. You know, it also was kind of embarrassing to me because just hearing my own self, because I can't recognize and analyze how it sounds. And the same with watching my own videos. I don't like watching my own videos because it's like almost embarrassing to me. It's hard to understand, but I've gotten over that fact. I still don't really watch them, you know. I'm getting used to hearing myself, which is fine, but I just don't really watch my videos because I don't, and again, I don't need to re-watch one because I know what I said. I'm the one who presented it. And also, like, same thing with it. I just feel like it's weird listening to yourself and watching yourself. I kind of like a one-time do-it-all person. I'm gonna say it here. That's why there's no cuts. There's no edits. And I know we're not getting off topic. We're just kind of getting to an example because I've already said it. People are always gonna look for the flaws in you. But what I originally wanted to say is that's okay. Like, you know, people are always gonna have flaws. Don't think people are perfect because the media, magazines, tabloids, anything that's pictures, filters, all these people are throwing pictures. And then we got makeup on. You know, girls look beautiful without makeup. It's gonna be that way. You can't fake a look. You can't. You have to be who you are. I mean, I understand not everyone's gonna get that message, and who cares? That's fine. I don't care if girls wear makeup or not. It's totally up to you. It's not, I'm way past looks anyway, and the looks don't mean nothing. And it's not that I just look past them. I just don't see that anymore. I've been through a lot, so it doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is, people are gonna have flaws. Like my tooth, you know, I could get it fixed. It was fixed for a while, you know, but you might just point this out in the video like, oh my God, this dude has a tooth. He's saying all the right things and he's bringing us the truth and he looks good, his hair looks good, or his facial hair looks good, jacket looks good, or maybe he has ugly shoes on, or he got this thing up in the ceiling. You know, they're gonna point these things out. Like, even though your favorite artist or favorite person that you look out to does a million things right and he does something wrong, you know, people aren't perfect. People are gonna make flaws, and you are gonna recognize the flaws before they see the million things they do right. Someone could do a million things wrong, but you're gonna notice that one thing they do wrong, just because because they always, you know, they're always trying to do right. They're always trying to do so much, and we're meant to be an image, present an image, and uphold like almost like an ego type of thing, a character or an actor. Meanwhile, most people are acting fake and aren't even acting themselves anyway. Everyone's always going to have flaws. It's, you know, what we really need to come about is being conscious of what's going on. So you are just conscious of what's going on, and that way you kind of know what's going to happen. Telling the future is really easy. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. It's just being in tune with your body. You can be conscious of everything. You gain more conscious over time. Little kids, look at little kids. They're not really conscious of anything, and they slowly grasp it, and then they are conscious. You know, we are just one soul. I'll say that again. And you're gonna find stuff you don't like about people. And it is true to find some people, you know, some people that are really off the edge or down the rabbit hole or maybe seem crazy or wild, depending on who it is. You may not like them. You know, you don't have to necessarily like everybody and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, the people you do like, just because they do one thing wrong or something, they might have said something you don't like, that's fine. You're not picture perfect, you know what I mean? I was gonna say, this is also my channel, so, but I'm always saying the truth, and nothing is set in stone, but I am saying the truth. I'm not really giving you a biased opinion. I'm just saying the truth because I know what the truth is. And it's not something I know, it's more something I feel. And nothing is set in stone anyway. I can change how I feel, or it can change how I feel, you know what I mean? I had ex-girlfriends that I used to love, and obviously I still love them, you know what I mean? But there's distance between us, and we don't maybe communicate anymore and stuff like that. As you can see, as I was just saying, the feelings change. I'm still not dying hard over them. I learned a way bigger lesson than actually leaving them, than staying with them, which is fine. I've learned tons of lessons from that experiences. It's actually ultimately, now I know what to look for in somebody else and what I want and how to interact and how to communicate and who not to communicate with. You know, I don't really look the flaws in people as maybe you would think I do, but I'm just saying you shouldn't look on the flaws either. Just because, you know, I'll even throw myself under the bus. just because I make like a bunch of videos, who's to say I'm not going to make a flaw or something? You might not like how I presented something, even though it was truthful or right. Or you might not like how I look. You might not like me because I'm white, or might like me because of my jacket, or some location I was at, or where I'm from. You know what I mean? There's all these things. Now, these are kind of judgmental things, but that's the same thing with flaws. You're still judging somebody for the flaws, whether it's a heroin addict or a stripper, even Joe Biden or Donald Trump. It doesn't matter. Even your worst enemy. It doesn't matter. Or somebody, or a murderer that killed your family member. Of course, you're gonna feel different about some things, of course, but this person is really no different from you. Everybody is essentially the same. Everyone always wants the same thing: happiness, secureness, love. Very few people really want the opposite. And that being said, at the end of the day, I truly think everyone wants the same thing. Who doesn't want happiness, secureness, and love? It's all in strength and confidence and vibrancy. It's all the same thing. Don't think your worst enemy wants something different. Don't think your mother wants something different. Everyone wants the same thing. Now, some people have to go and get it on their own, such as you can't give this to somebody that doesn't want it. You can't force all these things I said to somebody, even though it is our natural state of being, and we deserve this, and many things going on, getting plagued mentally, and fear, and just the way society is. Bad foods, bad nutrition, there's other things, the economy and society and just the environment, chemicals, unnatural states of living, and not enough sunshine, water, air, fresh air, which there's not a lot. It's really dusty in this room, you might not see that, but that's pretty much all for the video. Subscribe to the channel, Fizz, let me know what you think, stay tuned for more videos, give me a like, check out some other videos too. And like I was saying, like, we are drawn, not intuitively or innately, but the way society is in our environment, for the most part, from TV. Because when people go on movies and people go to TVs and models shoot pictures, they're out there to look their best, and even if they don't look best, even if they look like shit, they're gonna prep them up, put a bunch of makeup on, and make them look like that, even though they're not like that. They got that spot. Okay, let's give it to them. Let's not, call them out for the flaws, whether it's a stripper or, somebody on Pornhub or a sex website that loves to have sex, okay, let these people, porn star, let these people do their thing. It's what they want to do. Ultimately, if they don't want to do that, then they wouldn't do that. It's what they want. Some people love that shit, and that's fine, and there's a passion behind that. It's like what you want to do in life. There's no difference between, someone who likes to get paid to be a porn star and someone who works as a clerk at a grocery store. There's not. They're doing different things. It's about truly living your life. Don't see the flaws in people, just see the goodness. I understand the flaws and the negative, or like something you don't like. Well, it's gonna stand out more. Just me saying that just makes sense. I know you understand that. It's just gonna stand out more. I'm just saying, don't let those things stand out, because they will ruin you and plague you and make you judgmental and ruin things. Just because I may have said I said 100 things and you didn't like one thing, and now it's like, oh, I hate him, fuck him. That's just like you being almost biased, or you flipping the script. And or just whether it's your mother, it can be anybody. He did 99 things great, but he did one thing wrong and you freaking hate him. What about the other 99 things? You're just gonna forget about that. Not everyone's perfect. And these models, Instagram models, people you see in the media, people that does pornography, whatever it is, even on TV, any screen, most of these people are putting on makeup and making themselves look so good, which that's fine, but just know you don't have to live up to that standard. And people are gonna, they're gonna have flaws. Like I said, they're trying to make them look perfect, but meanwhile, that's just gonna make you almost like search for more flaws, something in there. Not everyone's gonna be perfect. And you just got to recognize that. So when you catch your mind, this is what I'm saying about becoming conscious. Oh, I see he got some ugly sneakers, or he got a cracked tooth, or something about somebody you don't like. That's just a judgment. There's really no judgment to make. You are making a judgment. When you're conscious of this, you won't be making judgments. You just become more aware. And even if your mind does think of something negative or like a flaw, just shoo it off. You know, it's not really there. What goes on the mind has very little to do with the world. So have a nice day. I didn't even get to really finish that. That's fine. It's already 15 minutes in. Like I said, I shot this in HD. Thanks for tuning in. Have a nice day.